It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 29, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's third down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll set up to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It's second
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Minshew. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. On the draw, it's Pollard, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
For the Seahawks.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And here comes Westbrook. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Minshew with a give to Fournette. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
12. First down, Jacksonville.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Tyler Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Fournette. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 8.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. And good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Brings up.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On third down, Wilson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Westbrook now on the return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
1 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fournette. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Minshew. The left side completion to Jones.
Complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Gain of 2 yards.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st down, Jaguars.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the run, it's Fournette. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Jaron Reed on the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Yard. And it's 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 13. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Extra point up and through by Myers. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Minshew sets to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And the half will begin with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On the draw, this is Fournette.
Leonard Fournette.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
56 yards.
That's a heck of a way to convert on 3rd and long, and he showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And that trust was justified because he went up and got the football and converted on a down. You shouldn't. 3rd and long like that, that's supposed to be an incompletion at the least.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This is Fournette. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Seahawks 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Carson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he finds Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Pollard. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
He's across midfield.
Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there.
Fournette on the carry. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
14.
From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
4th and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
For Jacksonville.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's Minshew. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Carson. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
The handoff to Chris Carson. Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down Seahawks. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
For the Seahawk field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
17.
Lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. It'll be Minshew again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Marquise Goodwin, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.